Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, depending on which country you're joining this session from. I'm Prakash. I take care of product marketing efforts for Zoho Bookings, and I'm happy to connect with you all through the session. So, today we'll be talking about why appointment scheduling is important and how to automate it. And we'll also show you how to set up Zoho Bookings to receive appointments based on your availability, and then deep dive into certain features that can help capture leads effectively. And we've saved the best part for the last. We're going to show you how to integrate Zoho Bookings with Zoho CRM and automate lead generation. We'll also see how to attribute your marketing efforts through Zoho Bookings lead generation. So stick around and we'll be showing you. So we'll get into a brief about what or why automated scheduling is necessary. So as most of you have polled, finding the right time that fits both you and your prospects is of utmost importance. And not everybody who agrees to the time initially gets to show up for the meeting on time. So there will be changes in the schedule. And to set the correct agenda and have people show up and remind them to show up for the actual meeting is all a lot of time consuming process. So, and there's also a lot of emailing back and forth and a lot of calls to be made to get that one meeting set up. So, it's a very error prone and inefficient method which we would eliminate using automated scheduling. So, how would it be if scheduling was done right? Zoho Bookings does just that for you by automating appointment scheduling and provides you with a hassle free experience. So, with an automated scheduler, you just have to set up your availability and get ready to meet people. You might optionally add online meetings, receive payments, and set up booking preferences, which would help you book meta meetings better and maintain your schedule. You can also pre-configure your availability and let prospects self-schedule with you. This gives you a lot of time to put back into your business and you can focus on selling better. We'll dive deep into Zoho Bookings and get the basics there. So the basic constructs of Zoho Bookings is the workspaces. So workspaces are departments or physical locations which can represent practices in your business. So workspaces have common booking policies, they have booking page themes and customizations. You can create dedicated services under a workspace to achieve desired business goals. Next come services. These are the consultations that you have with prospects. You can offer one-on-one services or you can offer group booking services. You can set up meetings with Zoho Meeting or Zoom meetings or even meet people offline. You can also set up payments and offer services for free. So, service can have more than one or more staff assigned. The staff are the employees that provide the designated services. So, staff can have customized availability apart from what the business hours dictate. They can also have a different time zone from that of the business that is being configured, and they can have a custom availability. And resources are meeting rooms or equipments or spaces that you offer for rents or that are available for certain time periods to be booked. With that, we'll get into how it would be to book appointments using Zoho Bookings. So here comes the calendar view where you get to see the appointments booked against each staff for a day or a week or a month. There's also a list view which gives you a list of all the appointments that are made against a day or a week or a month. This is a more of a aggregated view where you'd be able to filter appointments based on select criteria, say workspaces or services, and be able to search for appointments with name of a customer or any particular detail like a booking ID. So there's this quick add button, a feature that helps you to create uh, instances of important bookings constructs at short notice. So here we can add an appointment and see how it reflects in Zoho Bookings. So I choose a workspace and a service, and I pick Roy Banks as a staff for it and choose an available slot. Also pick a customer. So the appointment has been added. Let's see how it looks in the calendar view. Yes. So an appointment has been booked against the sales and marketing workspace for customer named Anish, and it's available here. We can also look at a detailed view, which would give us all the important information about the appointment. This one is an online meeting that is scheduled with Zoho Meeting. So the participants of the meeting can get on a video conferencing and discuss about the service that they registered for. So next thing would be booking pages. The four entities that we just saw, the workspaces, services, staff, and resource, all have booking pages of their own. So you can take a look at all the booking pages in one place. So the next thing to get started with appointment scheduling with Zoho Bookings would be to set your availability. So availability can be at three levels. It can be on the business level, or based on a staff, or based on a service. To get started, we get into the general settings, and under the working hours we have the working hours set. This is a typical 9 to 5 schedule of any business that runs. So it's between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. For the first half, and 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. in the second half. So if appointments are to be scheduled, they'd be scheduled only during these times. If a staff wants to have a different availability than that of a business, we can customize that. So here, Caitlin Bird is a staff with this organization, but follows a different time than the business. She doesn't work on Tuesdays, Thursdays, but and her work times vary between 8:30 a.m. in the morning and at 5 p.m. in the evening, and her time zone is also not the same as the business. So Zoho Bookings allows you to have staff working in different time zones, which helps give flexibility to manage staff across different time zones. And apart from that, if you can add block time, which would stop making people booking appointments with you during your scheduled hours, and special availability. You can see this here. So you can add a break time for a particular for the business or a particular staff or a resource, and have them unavailable for an entire day or for a selected time period. And similarly, you can add special working hours, which would actually make extra slots available out of the defined business time. So that way, Zoho Bookings gives a lot of flexibility to your schedule, and allows people to book with a lot of flexibility. So the next thing to get set would be your external calendars. There might be calendars that you would be using which would have events that would affect your schedules or your availability. So Zoho Bookings allows you to connect to Google Outlook, Zoho, and Zoho CRM calendars, which would give you a holistic view and have all your schedules in one place. So here on the integrations, you have all these calendars synced. So I take the Google Calendar here, and when I see how it's configured, you can pick the email that you want to check your availability with before providing a slot, and also choose which calendar your appointment information should flow to once it's booked. And you also get to add invites to the customer's calendar directly when an appointment is booked. This is a prime feature that helps people get their appointment details right into their calendar, and also prevents no shows. The next thing would be preferences. So now that we have set our availability, there are certain preferences that a business can set and manage bookings efficiently. So the first thing would be notifications. So notifications are very important with Zoho Bookings or with any appointment scheduling platform. It offers to notify customers when they're booked an appointment with you, or rescheduled, or cancelled, or marked an appointment as completed or no show. This is vital because they get to know all the information that they need to join a meeting. And you also get to have a of placeholder values that are pertaining to the appointment to be added along with the email template. And you have reminders as well. This is again vital to cutting down no shows. So appointments when reminders are sent pretty close to the time an appointment is to be held, it is shown that it's cutting down on the no show ratio. So next would be time zone and language. If you're a business that caters to customers across different zones, and you can select the booking page language that will be shown to your customers, and you can also choose which time zone your booking slot should appear. So it is selected as the customer's local time zone by default. This is this is very important because you don't need to identify which time zone a customer books with you, and have to manually convert that and then get back to them. And managing schedule changes, like if an appointment is required to be rescheduled or cancelled, you can control how that is done. So if you enable cancellations and reschedules, you can offer them a window. So here it is set as a day, which would mean cancellations and reschedules are allowed on appointments booked under this service until it's a day before the appointment. Afterwards, their cancellations or reschedules are disallowed. And payments. So if you are into collecting payments for your services, you can do so with the multiple payment providers that we have, which would be PayPal, Razorpay, and Stripe predominantly, and few other players which you can integrate with and start receiving payments. You can also collect deposits, which would also ensure people show up for the meeting. And the booking page. Here are the four types of booking pages that we previously discussed. One for the workspaces, services, staff, and resources. So the booking page for a workspace would contain all the services under it. So for instance, the sales and marketing workspace contains two services, the product discovery call as well as the sales and support service. So when you expose your workspace booking page to customers, they can choose which one to pick, and they get to talk to you. And then we have the staff booking page. This is this is when your staff are known to your customers, and they are a prime time employee, and they can help you get bookings at short notice and convert them into sales. So this page displays all the services that this staff offers. You can also embed these booking pages onto your website or instead of your contact forms. This would mean that people, instead of having to check with you, can book appointments directly with you, and increase the time to value. So they understand your proposition better, and when they're ready for it, and convert as your customers quickly. You can also customize the look of a booking page using four themes that we have. So you can customize them based on your brand colors and also to your liking. So the one that we use now is a default theme. We have the modern web theme where you get to choose color pickers for all the individual elements inside the booking page. So we have an entire palette there dedicated to help you with branding your booking page. You can also edit all the elements of the page, where the logos, the social links at the header, at the footer, the background image, and also change colors as required. So there's this booking page settings where you'll have all the customization elements come in. Here's where you get to set your logo, the title of your booking page, and the footer elements where it points to your respective social handles. So we've brushed the basics with Zoho Bookings. Now to the most important part, where you can qualify your customers with the booking pages. So sales enablement is a value proposition that Zoho Bookings offers. So lead capture is an essential process in sales. When we integrate with Zoho CRM, these leads can be qualified with questions in the booking forms. And when they're inside Zoho CRM, it's easy to nurture them and convert them into customers. So let's take a look at the booking form that we have in offer. So these are the fields that come along in a booking form. The name, the email address, and the contact number are the primary default contact fields. With these, you get the customer information. In addition, you have custom fields that you can add to qualify. And you can mark them mandatory or non-mandatory. So you can qualify your prospects with different questions that you can ask them before pushing them to Zoho CRM. In addition, you can make hidden fields and also track the source. Like say I can add a field which would track where this appointment is being booked and the customer is coming from. So this would make this would allow you to track customers and set set exclusive routines for them to follow. So you can mark them. This field would be unavailable and you can pass them along your booking pages as parameters in the URL and track them for their source. And once inside CRM, it would require that you follow them up regularly and clear their objections so that your sales numbers get good. So we allow you to book appointments right inside Zoho CRM using a button called New Appointment. So we'll get right into where the integration is. So with the Zoho CRM integration, we can push the meeting information as well as leads and contacts to Zoho CRM right when an appointment is booked. And you also get to book appointments right inside the CRM. So let's see how to do it. So inside your Zoho CRM, there's this marketplace. We can search for the extension Zoho Bookings for Zoho CRM. So this is going to help us create leads or contacts automatically. So I have it installed already because I've authorized the Zoho Bookings app to make changes to the data here. Let's see what I have set up. I have set this up to create leads every time an appointment is booked, and we are choosing which booking page to be shown when the new appointment button is clicked. So here we've chosen the workspace booking URL called sales and marketing to show up every time an appointment is booked. Every time the new appointment button is clicked. So let's see what changes happen inside the leads module. So since I have had that extension installed already, you can now see that the customer that we booked with is already available as a lead inside Zoho Bookings automatically. And the lead source, you can track from where this lead was created. So this gives you a definitive channel to create leads and continue with your sales enablement. Now, as I told you, with the extension, you get two different features. One would be to email the booking URL to them, the default URL that is being sent. So when you click this, the email gets sent to the appropriate lead with the booking page. Also, there's another button that is added by default, which would be called New Appointment. This opens up the workspace booking URL with the required services. Now, a bonus. Now, if you want to book appointments with other booking pages, say there is another staff called Neena Patel with this organization, I would want a button to dedicatedly book appointments with her. We can do that by creating a new button. You can do this by creating a new button. I've done this here. So I click book with Neena. Now her page alone opens up with the services that she provides. So how did we do this? This is achieved by creating a custom button, which I created, which would open up this booking page using a custom function that will pop up with the pop up with the fields inside the lead, like the phone, their email, and their name, and it'll pop up with the required dimensions. So with that, you can create custom buttons and have booking pages open up as you require. So these booking pages, I mean the buttons for creating appointments are available both within leads as well as contacts. If you see, you can see the new appointment button available within both the contacts module as well as the leads module. So yes, with this appointment scheduling feature coming right into CRM, you're going to have meetings right when you want, and it's going to enable your sales process with additional capabilities. So what we are looking at with this integration in the future, we're trying to add more information to custom fields and also other modules other than leads and contacts directly right when an appointment is booked. And we're also trying to explore the possibilities of providing different booking pages to be chosen dynamically while trying to book an appointment for a contact or a lead. We also have certain extended capabilities using Zoho Flow. If you are using Zoho Flow, you might be able to convert a lead to a contact based on a condition, or create a user or assign a role, and similar other tasks that you would want to complete when an event occurs inside Zoho Bookings. We also have limited capabilities using custom functions with which you can update fields inside Zoho CRM. You can reach out to a support team who would be able to guide you better there. So, quick recap: with Zoho Bookings, you set up your availability and automate your scheduling, and with that, you integrate with Zoho CRM and create leads or contacts automatically. We book the appointments from inside Zoho CRM and then accelerate your sales enablement. You can also attribute your marketing efforts by tracking your booking source with booking form fields. With that, we end the webinar.